Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Israel Brief, brought to you by Lay of the Land. I'm Rolene Marks, your host, and happy to see you after a short hiatus following the end of Sukkot, the Feast of the Tabernacles. Quite extraordinary to see the incredible support and love shown to Israel by thousands of Christians who came to Jerusalem, who marched in the annual March of Nations and celebrated this very, very happy time in the Jewish calendar with us. And also to end off, we celebrated Simchat Torah and Shmini Atzeret, holidays where we really celebrate the relationship between Jews and the Torah and Jews with God. So it's a very, very happy time in the country, made even happier by the first seasonal rains, a thunderstorm last week and again this morning. During the course of Sukkot, Jews pray for rain, and very, very happy that our prayers have been answered. But while we were busy celebrating and eating in the Sukkah, news was still happening. And just before the end of Sukkot on Sunday night, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu handed back his mandate to form a government to President Rivlin following his failure to do so, and immediately the president tasked Benny Gantz with his role in trying to form a government. The two men will meet tonight at about 8 o'clock and formally sign a document giving Benny Gantz the green light to go ahead. Benny Gantz is the leader of Kachol Levan, the blue and white party, and it is said that he is seeking a broad-based unity government. And of course, we will keep you updated on the movements and on the negotiations, and hopefully we will have a government soon. The failure to do so would mean that there is a high probability that Israel would go to a third set of elections, and many predict that we will still be faced with this kind of stalemate. So we wish Benny Gantz every success, and we hope that a new government, however it may look, will be formed soon. In other major news, Iran has been banned indefinitely by the International Judo Federation for their failure or for their refusal to face Israeli judokas in competitions. And this follows a provisional ban where the Iranian government instructed their judoka to deliberately lose a match so that he wouldn't have to face off against Israeli Sagi Muki. And those of us who have seen the footage, a few of us can forget the footage of Sagi Muki walking over to his Iranian competitor and holding out his hand to shake it and being met with absolute refusal. But we applaud this decision because it says that anti-Semitism and racism in sports will no longer be tolerated, especially in judo. But, one can't help but feel for Iranian judokas who've given a lot of time, a lot of dedication to hone their skill, to hone their sport, only to have these ambitions completely hijacked by the Iranian leadership, who would rather deny them glory and deny them the ability to compete like gentlemen in the spirit of sportsmanship because of their hatred for Israel. And while we're on the subject of hatred, 4 US congressmen have expressed their absolute dismay that terror organizations like Hamas and Hezbollah are still given a platform on social media platforms such as Twitter. The 4 congressmen have written a letter to Twitter saying that it is absolutely untenable that Hamas and Hezbollah, who are recognized by the United States as terror organizations, as well as other hate groups and violent extremists, are still given a platform to spew their kind of illicit activity and hatred. So it will be very, very interesting to see how Twitter responds. Last week we had comments from Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg saying that there are some issues such as bullying and racism that they will not allow on the platform. However, there are some posts that will continue to allow, even though it goes against their policies. And I know many of you out there have been frustrated many times when you have reported content to Facebook and they've said it doesn't violate their community standards. Well, Mark Zuckerberg got a bit of a verbal smackdown from Sacha Baron Cohen, who said that, it's almost the same as enabling a kind of narcissism. So we watch very, very carefully to see how social media platforms are going to respond to this. But I guess if they take Hamas off, there will be no more Q&A with Hamas. What a loss. Anyway, you can check out our content on our social media platform. You can go onto our Facebook page at Lotl Sat, give us a like or follow us, and don't forget to share our content or visit our website at www.layoftheland.online. That's www.layoftheland.online. You can read Dave Kaplan's excellent article on how how a dance company in Sderot, the Sderot Adama dance company, are still continuing with performances almost in defiance of threats of rockets and mortars from the Gaza Strip. And don't forget that you can play your part in helping to get Israel's side of the story out to the world by sharing the Israel Brief on Facebook, or by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and that's at the Israel Brief, and sharing our content there. I'm Rolie Marks with the Israel Brief. Boy, have I missed you guys, and we'll chat again tomorrow.